The moment people finally noticed me was the moment I almost walked away. I didn't notice the change right away. That's the strange thing about growth. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't knock on the door. It just shows up quietly and waits to see if you're ready. One day, someone asked for my opinion. It was a small thing, a casual question, but it stopped me because no one had ever asked me that before. Not in class, not in group work, not in life. For a second, I almost gave the answer I used to give. I don't know. Whatever you think, the safe answers. But this time, I didn't. I said what I really thought. My voice was calm, not loud, not confident, just honest. The room didn't react right away. No laughter, no judgment, just listening. And something clicked in my head. This is what being seen actually feels like. After that, small moments started stacking up. A teacher asked me to stay after class, not because I was in trouble, but because she trusted me. Someone sat next to me instead of across the room. Someone remembered my name without being reminded. They were tiny things, but to someone who had lived unnoticed for years, they were massive. The strangest part, I had it change my personality. I didn't become louder. I didn't become cooler. I just stopped hiding, stopped shrinking my thoughts, stopped apologizing for existing, and the world adjusted. There was a moment that scared me more than failure ever did. Opportunity, a real one. Not big, not public, but real. It meant responsibility. It meant expectations. It meant that if I failed now, someone else would see it. That night, fear came back stronger than ever. Not the fear of being invisible, the fear of being exposed. What if they realize you don't belong here? What if this was a mistake? What if this is as far as you go? I sat in the dark and thought about walking away, about choosing safety again, about going back to being invisible. But then I realized something important. Invisibility had never protected me. It only delayed my life. So I said yes. I worked harder than I ever had. Not because I wanted approval, but because I didn't want to betray myself. I made mistakes. I learned in public. I felt uncomfortable almost every day, but I stayed. And slowly, something unbelievable happened. People stopped watching me closely. They trusted me. One afternoon, I overheard a conversation. Someone mentioned my name, and then they said something I'll never forget. He's reliable. That word hit harder than any compliment. Reliable, not talented, not special, just someone who shows up. For the first time, I understood this. Success doesn't belong to the loudest person in the room. It belongs to the one who stays. I went home that day and sat in my room. Same desk, same walls, but it felt different because I wasn't dreaming anymore. I was living inside the process. But here's the truth no one tells you. When life finally starts moving forward, it tests you one last time. And I didn't see it coming. And just when I thought I had survived the hardest part, life tested me one last time.